Okay, today I'm going to play something a little different. In addition to video games, I'm also a big board game fan, and I'm not talking like Monopoly and Scrabble, that kind of stuff. You know, I've got Runebound, Pathfinder card game, all three base sets that are out right now, Thunderstone, Warhammer Quest from back in the 90s, Dungeon Quest, Heroescape, and of course, Talisman. So I found out probably just earlier this year that Games Workshop is a company that has taken, especially like the Warhammer series, and created a bunch of PC games and apps. So I found out that they made a Talisman game for mobile devices and through Steam on PC. It's like, whoa. So I went ahead and bought that. I mean, that was, I don't know, a few bucks. It's not too bad. And it's just like the board game. The board game, you know, can take several hours to play, and it requires at least two people. At least on the computer, you know, you can have AI play against. But then I found this little gem called Talisman Prologue. And it's based on the Talisman board game. It uses the same board and the same characters and everything, but it's for solo play. So basically you pick a character, and each character has a series of quests to do over here. So one of the things about Talisman, the board game and the PC games here, is they've got so many characters to choose from. You've got the warrior, and this gives their stats. You've got strength, craft, which is kind of your magic to fight. It's more like mental combat. Fate, this is how many times you can use fate to re-roll one die. So it's nice to have some fate. Of course, gold to buy equipment, and then lives, that's your health. Get to 0 and you die. So these are the stats of the warrior. You've also got the troll, different stats, and he has six of his own quests. Then you've got the druid, wizard. I mean, there's just tons. Monk, assassin, elf, dwarf, priest, prophetess, amazon, leprechaun, minotaur, sage, sprite, vampire hunter. And I believe there are more that you can buy. That's one of the bad things about Games Workshop. They give you the game for decent, but then they kind of nickel and dime you. Not to death, but you know, you can almost spend as much as you want to improve the game. Now, I've already done the first 3 quests, but I'm just going to do the first one again because I think it's probably one of the shortest ones. So let me go ahead and go in. Of course, I did great. It gives you a rank from 1 to 3. And basically, that is determined by how many turns you do it in. So anyway, my quest in this particular game is to search or purchase a weapon. Search for or find a weapon. So you've got spells, which won't go into play with the warrior. Objects, you can hold up to 4, and that's your weapons and armor and stuff like that. You can have followers, and trophies are where the creatures go after you defeat them. So my quest is to search for or purchase a weapon. Now, each of the corners has a location on it. You got the chapel, the city, the village, and the tavern. And they do different things. Like at the village, you can go to the blacksmith where you can buy things. Or go to the healer, or visit the mystic, which you roll. Anyway, we'll probably get to a lot of this as the game continues. But there are 3 parts of the board. There's the outer region, you got the middle region, and then the inner region. The main goal of the real board game is to get to this crown here, work your way through all the different sections, get to the crown where then you start wreaking havoc on the other players. So basically the last person standing wins. Now with a warrior, one of his abilities is mastery can use 2 weapons at once. So the goal is to equip myself with 2 weapons and then kill an enemy or creature. Weapons can be found or purchased with gold from the blacksmith in the village. So let's just get the game going. You roll the die, so you can move 3 spaces. Now, you can zoom in to see what the space is. This is just a plains card where you would draw 1 adventure card. The other option from where I am, I can go here, which is another Plains card. So I'm just going to go here, and then I draw an adventure card. I get a bag of gold. Okay, so that was one turn. Now I'm on turn 2. So that's what determines how many talismans or how good you do at the end of the game. It's not really time-based, it's all turn-based. Okay, so it's turn 2, and there is alignment. I'm neutral right now, but there are ways you can become either good or evil. Let's go ahead and roll 5. So I can either go... Now, some of them have special things. The ruins, you draw 2 cards. And let me see what this other one was. This was the woods, where you draw 1 card. I'm going to go ahead and do the 2 cards. Get some action going here. Now, there are swords in here, or weapons. So I may actually draw a weapon. Okay, so each of these cards has a little number here. You start with the lowest and go to the highest when you have to do more than 1 card in a turn. So I'm going to have to do my combat first, and then I get a follower. So let's go ahead and start with the combat. As a warrior, I get to roll 2 die, and I get to pick the highest one. And the serpent just gets 1. So here we go. I roll 2. The highest is going to be the 6. My strength is 4, which gives me a 10. He rolled a 5, and his strength was 4, which gave him a 9. So I won. Now, if you notice over here in the trophies, that snake went there. I'll show you what that does. Okay, now card number 2 is this unicorn follower. It adds 1 strength and 1 to my craft. So I'll go ahead and take that. You can see in my followers, I now have the unicorn, and each of these now has a +1. So as long as he's following me, I'll get that bonus. Now go to the trophies. His strength is 4. Now, whenever I get a total in trophies of 7 or more, I can cash those in, and it gives me a +1 to strength. Now, if I would fight a creature with craft and I defeat him, if you turn in 7 craft points, you get a +1 to craft. Okay, turn 3. Here we go. I get a 5. So I can go to the fields or the plains. They're the same thing. So I'm just going to go to the fields. And then draw an adventure card, a hobgoblin, strength 3. I should be able to take him, no problem. So let's roll the dice. I'll take the 5 plus my strength plus the +1. So I got a 10. He had a 3. There was no way he could beat me because he had a 3. Even if he got a 6, that'd only be a 9. So I won. Goes in my trophies. Now look at this, 4 and 3. So let's go ahead and do 7 points. Turn it in. I just got an extra strength. Instead of a +1, it just added it to my base because I'll never lose that. This I can lose if the unicorn goes away. Turn 4. Here we go. That's a 1 in the game. Perfect. So I can go to the village. If you notice, a sword is 2 gold. So let's go to the village. Now it's going to ask me who do I want to go to. I can't go to the healer because I haven't lost any lives yet. So I can either go buy equipment or go take my chances at the mystic. Well, obviously I'm going to go to the blacksmith. I'm going to say, what do you want to buy? So I am going to go for, since I only have 2 gold, okay, let's do it like this. I'm going to go for the sword. There we go. Okay, so my quest is updated. Now I need to find another weapon because they want you, the overall quest is to equip yourself with 2 weapons and kill an enemy. So I've got 1 weapon now, and that's in my objects, as you see. So let's go ahead and turn 5. I get a 4. So I can either go here and draw 2 cards or here. Let's go draw 2 cards again. I like that. 1, 2. Okay, so they're the same number. So let's see. He'll go to the guide first. You need not roll die in the chasm, crags, or forest unless you wish to. So there are certain spots. You know how the forest and the plains and the fields, you just draw a card. Sometimes there will be a chart where you roll a die and you have to do what it says. And that's what happens in the chasm, crags, and forest. So with this character, with this follower, I don't have to do that. So I'm going to go ahead and take him. Sure. And I get 1 gold. Okay, so now I have 2 followers. And let's roll. Now I get a 6. So I can either go to the, what is this? The hills, which is draw a card. There are a few special spots on this outer ring, but most of the good stuff is in here, obviously. So this one, the graveyard, is based on alignment. Right now I'm neutral, so if you're neutral, replenish fate up to your fate value at the cost of 1 gold each. I haven't lost any fate yet, so it'd be useless to go there. So I'm going to go ahead and go up here to the hills, draw a card. There's my second weapon right there. Okay, so now all I have to do is find an enemy to fight, a strength-based combat, and I've won this quest. I've beat this quest. Let's go ahead and go here again. I have 2 chances to get an enemy. There it is. Ape in the helmet. Of course, I got to do the ape first because his number's 2. Okay, so here we go with the ape. Even if he gets a 6, the best he can do is 9. And right now, I'm at 8 already. So all I have to do is get a 2. Okay, there's the 5, 13. He gets a 9. I win, which means I beat the scenario. 1, 2, 3. You have learned the intricacies of using 2 weapons in battle. Well done. Thank you very much. Now, I noticed the total score, it went up 3 because previously it was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So when I replayed that, I got 3 more points. So it kind of shows you how much you've done with each one. I've done the first one, so he's got 1 point. I think that's all I've played. Now, I've also got this on my laptop. I've played it quite a bit, and for some reason, even though it's Steam, it doesn't carry over my save games or whatever on the on this particular game. And sure enough, I went ahead and bought the app on my tablet, so I have a whole nother game going on there. So I just love this game. You saw how quick that was. You just jump in. Now the rescue, this is a cool one. Bandits have kidnapped the princess from the castle. They will accept gold as a ransom, but show no mercy and fight them. The goal is to travel to the Hidden Valley, which is a section on the... here, let me just show you real quick. Okay. So the goal is to travel to the Hidden Valley in the middle region. So this is the middle region, the ring. And the Hidden Valley is, I don't know, somewhere around here. I could click on a bunch, but anyway. So I got to go to the Hidden Valley, kill the bandits, and rescue the princess. I think you're right here. So if you see in the Hidden Valley, there are 2 bandits. So I've got to fight, kill both of those, and then the princess comes out, and she becomes one of my followers. Then I have to get her to the castle over here. And that's it. So it's neat how the mechanics actually play into these storylines. So yeah, if you've got an extra $3 on your tablet or phone, grab this thing. And plus it gives you a good experience for when you play the real game. You'll know the board, and you'll know how all the cards work, and how the mechanics of the combat, and I didn't even get to do magic, but there's magic in here too with different spells. Anyway, so that is Talisman Prologue, and I may record me doing a couple of these other quests at some point because I love it just that much. All right, talk to you later. See you, bye. Thanks for watching.